All right. Are we good to move into closing, or would you
Yes, Your
like
Honor.
a minute? Oh, okay,
Yes,
perfect.
Your Honor.
All right. Uh, Mr. Galante, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Cruz. Now that I actually, throughout this entirety,
Judge Cruz.
sorry, Your Honor, Judge, Mr. Cruz, Your Majesty.
Thank you.
Um, during the time of this court case, I am able to understand everything that has gone on the day of the robbery, and it should be pretty obvious that Mr. Fingers was involved in the robbery and the hostage taking of a government employee. It should be made clear that obstruction of justice was committed due to driving a vehicle that he admitted guilt into stealing. There should have been no reason Mr. Fingers should have been in that vehicle and honestly belonging to a government facility like an airline, like LSIA. Like stated in testimony, he was driving on the wrong side of the road. He, from officer testimony, he swerved multiple times, backing in, backing up, and when asked to comply, he was met with the law enforcement was met with resistance. Anyone who's innocent in anything would have complied. Law enforcement every day deals with people who are compliant and are, not guilty to certain crimes and they're compliant. Your Honor, Judge Timo Cruz, everything that has been said today in testimony, and I know you love me and you're pretty hard on me, but just saying that this is pretty cut and dry and clear that Mr. Fingers was a part of this and 100% stopped and obstructed and resisted
Why did we not call the
law
sheriff to
enforcement
help
from capturing the individuals
use a judge?
who robbed the Fleeca Bank.
Um,
I love you, Your
this
Honor.
kind of
I
this
rest.
kind of stupid.
All right. Uh, Mr.
Well,
Corter.
GG's, honestly. I mean,
Thank you, Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the court.
Yeah.
I would like to
This
thank you
here
all
said
for
he's
your
pled
attention
guilty
throughout
to
this trial as we
Now,
come
this
to the
judge is
conclusion
fucking
of
get his
this
package
case.
filled,
It
man.
is
Like,
imperative
because
once again that we focus on
nah,
the
dude,
fundamental
we didn't do our
principles
fucking
of
he
justice,
did
jobs,
some
bro.
outlandish
particularly the
shit from
presumption of innocence and the burden of
We didn't do
proof.
our jobs
The
as
state and
cops,
state,
bro.
I'm
Nothing.
sorry,
We're
the state
closing
of
the
San
documents.
Andreas has
Like,
accused
I
Mr.
have
Johnny
no
Fingers
evidence,
of the
bro.
serious offenses,
I
being
know,
an
I know,
accomplice
but
to kidnapping of a government
No,
employee,
trust me,
PA
bro.
state.
Look at
robbery of a
everything.
financial
Look at
institution,
everything.
and
This
felony
is kind of true.
obstruction of justice.
Forget
These are
your
grave
politics
allegations, and the
and your statement, bro.
prosecution
There's more
bears
that
the
goes into it.
responsibility of
The pictures that were
proving
taken.
each charge
The guy
beyond
has
a reasonable
goggles on.
doubt. From
We
the
didn't even we
outset,
didn't even
we
take
have
proper
maintained
pictures of this
that the evidence
motherfucker. You know
presented
what
by
I'm
the
saying?
prosecution is
And
insufficient to
like,
substantiate these
No,
charges.
no,
that's the
Throughout
no,
this
case.
no.
We
trial,
could
it
have
has
done
become
it.
evident that the
No, I'm
prosecution's case
serious.
is built
We
on
could have
weak,
pulled this guy's fucking
circumstantial
work
evidence and
history. He said
assumptions
he
rather than
works there.
solid,
We could have pulled his
incontrovertible
fucking
facts.
profile.
We
He's not
don't
working
even
on the
have
court. You know what I'm
photographs
saying?
of the
There's so
crime
many things
scene.
that we can fuck
The
these people on.
officer
And if it was not
testimonies
done correctly
cannot
on the
even
PA
recall
side
what
and law
all
enforcement
the
side, we dropped
hostage
the ball on
takers
this
looked like.
100%.
Hey,
As
The
in
yeah,
like,
witnesses
sure, but
stated
I
their
can't take that.
statements were
I
made
did my
after
fucking
they
job.
saw
I
the
did it well.
suspect in the cells, and he
I'm
was
not
not
saying
given
you
a
didn't do your
proper
job well,
lineup at
particularly
chance.
or
He was just
individually,
pointed out and
but
told to put on a
as
mask.
like supervisors, we gotta make
These
sure we're like
charges
covering this kind of shit,
are
especially
not
not guilty pleas,
just,
bro.
and we
These
hope
are
that the
1v1s.
state
They're
will
challenging us
find
and
that
challenging our
my
knowledge.
client, Mr.
That means we
Johnny
Listen,
have
Fingers,
to
is
fucking
not guilty
believe.
on the three
if
remaining
it's like this,
charges,
the
as they have
judge
not
decided
proven that Mr.
The judge
Fingers
said
Yeah.
hearsay
was
that a girl
at the
saw
robbery
the
in
person
question,
she heard.
that he
No,
was
and
trying to obstruct justice. As
It's a
stated
written
by Officer
testimony. He's
Gabaguli,
saying it's
he
I
hearsay.
kept
know,
eyes on
How the
the
fuck
I'm
does
not
that work?
first
disputing
vehicle
that he's
at
not a
all
hard judge,
times.
but we can make our jobs easier and make
And,
PA's
Hey,
jobs
as he
Judge.
easier.
stated, my client was just trying to work his
Sitting here,
job,
you cry about
and
a
for
job all
that he
day,
was
bro. We're never
arrested.
gonna get
Yes,
anywhere.
he
If it's
resisted
like
arrest.
this,
He was
then-
scared and
Trying to work
intimidated.
his job, even though he admitted to
Yes,
stealing
he forgot his keys and tampered
Yeah,
with the
and,
vehicle,
and,
but
and
he
by the way, what you were
pled
questioning me
guilty to
about
those
him
two
admitting to
charges.
the
That does
cells,
not
he
make him
didn't
a
admit it. He
violent
just pled
criminal
guilty to it
who
today.
tried to
You know what I'm
I
rob
saying?
know, but
someone
yeah, but
or
that was such
take
a smart thing to
hostages.
do. That was
We
so
hope
fucking
that the court
smart,
will
bro.
find
But
Well,
that
then
the
please
evidence
do
for the
it.
prosecution
Yeah.
is lacking in substance and fails
Yeah,
to
we could
meet
have
the
pressed
burden
on
of
it.
proof.
No,
The law
I know
requires
listen,
we
if
could
it's
that
have
like
guilt
pressed
this,
be
on it.
I'm
proven
dropping charges
beyond a
until
reasonable
motherfuckers
doubt.
plead guilty.
And in this case,
And there's
there
like
are
2 hours for
significant
what?
doubts. Mr. Johnny
Not only
Fingers
that,
deserves a
bro.
fair
He never
trial,
is
And
and
this
the
innocent.
guy's
presumption
asking,
of
this guy's
innocence
asking my
must
toy
be
to give
upheld.
a
Thank you, Your
describe
Honor.
the
Thank you, the
description.
court.
The fuck? Yeah, describe the description real quick, please.
All right.
Makes sense.
I will put the court in
Don't you think
recess for
the
5
tactics
minutes
of
for
wearing
me
white
to
and wearing the
deliberate
exact
my
same thing the
decision.
judges wear?
Thank you,
You
Your
see what
Honor.
I was saying about the guy?
I'm gonna go
with
W
his-
cap on this guy every time I see him. I'm just kidding.
I'll be honest. Look, I really did try my best with whatever the
No,
fuck.
no.
Hey, anyone have water? We have a man
No,
about to die
not for
over
you,
here.
sir. No, not for you.
It's
I
not for
actually
me.
don't. I actually
Hey,
don't, brother.
What do you care about either?
Why did I show up here?
Can you please
You
help?
were supposed to be a witness.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, you were.
Yeah.
Hey, Galante.
Well, I mean,
Lonnie,
would
I
you
need
admit
you
a
to
difference?
fire
Yeah, I got food and
Mr.
water for you, Clyde. Here. Not for that prick over there.
Yeah,
It's
she
over
kind of cooked us with this. I'm gonna be honest.
You know, I wasn't allowed to touch it. You know what I mean, sir?
there. Oh, I actually don't have any water. That
No,
sucks.
she,
Get some food.
she doesn't need to be fired. She's like one of the best we have.
Yeah, when she's here.
Which she always is.
Did you
here.
get
I mean,
that?
sure, she
I don't
fucking
have
wants,
any
but
water.
I mean,
I
you
lied.
can
I'm
always
sorry.
toss it to
Thought I
Shell
did.
Lives fault for
She
not
didn't
getting
post
his days off the
evidence.
check.
She didn't post evidence that you needed. That we posted.
So was
for
it
fraud
Sterling?
purposes. She didn't show up for the
Yeah.
court case.
Montoya, they're running thin in the DA's office. Montoya, like
Does
they don't
anyone
have
have any
many fucking
drink?
people.
I wasn't even aware that we had a court case tonight until Gabaguli told me.
Oh, I didn't know either until I showed up.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Like, she didn't put in evidence that we collected.
Yeah.
Like, you say that we as cops can do all this stuff, but if the DA's office doesn't submit it like they're supposed to, then what's the point of us collecting on any of it?
Hey, listen. The judge said let the record show Gabaguli's an expert driver, so take those. This is a dub in my book.
Yeah, and like I thought about this like really late about the fucking heat position. So I hope
Yeah,
he
yeah.
takes that into account because that would have worked. And fucking Montoya, you're also fucking heat. Like I could have
Yeah.
played that very
I'm
well.
striking that from the record. I'm striking that. I don't agree. I'm striking that.
The fuck?
Yeah, but regard the position. The
Well,
position.
he struck like
Yeah,
9
the
different
picture.
things that shouldn't have
I
been
know
struck.
he's very tough. He's a
I
tough
think
judge.
I don't know. He's tough on some people. I can
Yeah, it's
agree with that.
crazy.
No, I mean, look, I have a good rapport with him. I really do. Like,
I sure as fuck don't. I'm the one that arrested him and almost got him disbarred because he was part of a felony gang shooting
No,
and
he
he
means
was going
the
to get disbarred
judge.
for it. And then he all of a sudden
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
get disbarred for it. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, he had his entire record expunged with that in a week, and then he was a judge the next week.
Nah.
It was me and Rod Farva that arrested him for felony gang charges, which he was found guilty. Like I said, guilty in a court of law. He was found guilty of.
Oh, was he
supposed to be, yes, he was found guilty of them. Was supposed to be disbarred. That never happened. He appealed charges, and in a week he had him off of his record. Then the week that later he was a judge.
Damn.
He went from being supposed to be disbarred for being a convicted felon to being a judge.
This dude?
Yeah, the judge.
Yeah, he's
One
sitting
hell
here
of a
trying to-
come up, right?
He's sitting here
Yeah,
trying to,
one hell would come up.
he's trying to charge me 10 grand for not showing up on time. I didn't even know we had a case.
Motherfucker, he didn't show up on time. I was
Yeah, he
here in the
deliberated
courtroom
already,
on time.
dude. We're fucked. He deliberated already, I think.
Oh hell yeah.
We're screwed.
No, he's gonna fight.
Douchebag wears a fucking shirt and a fucking suit. Fuck that guy.
All right, may
Yeah,
not
he's
been
not
5
giving us
minutes.
nothing.
Kind of came up with my decision already, so we're gonna move this along. In the case versus Dave versus Johnny Fingers, in the case charge of felony obstruction of justice, the court is going to find the defendant guilty. And this is going to be solely based off of his admission to guilt of grand theft auto of the vehicle. Upon officer testimony, I believe there are sufficient statements there to support that he was potentially blocking the path of officers. In the case of charges for accomplice to kidnapping a government officials / robbery financial institution, the court is going to deem him not guilty for those charges. There was not sufficient enough evidence to place him on scene of the robbery. One being the lack of evidence. Two, I don't think the proper questions were asked. And then for me, the statements of clothing, while the color black was well determined between all the officers and the victims at testimony, I believe there was distinct differences that could not confirm that the attire was in fact correct as everyone saw it.
But how? You guys seen his
So
face
for me,
after
I'm
with
going
the
to find
mask
that
on? Like,
insufficient
how?
to support the claims.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't-
Like,
That is
I
my
don't understand
decision.
how that charge didn't stick. Like,
And that is it. Court is adjourned.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Hey. So
I don't get how that charge didn't stick with the
Yeah,
robbery and
I get the
kidnapping.
last say. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I feel like that was a W after he did that. We actually
Yeah, it was a
won
big
one.
W.
Like, yeah, that
You should have described the description next time.
Yeah, well, they described the
225
description of the
1040.
exact thing.
All right, well,
Oh, yeah,
We'll
I'm
have to
about to
ask
fly
them
out.
to
I'm
completely
aggravated.
fucking do that first.
Put it down.
Next time we'll ask them to unmask themselves at the bank next time,
Yeah.
so that
Hey,
we
I
can,
need.
they can be wearing the exact same thing. Have the
I mean, are you
exact
that
same
poor that you need to
big plot.
fucking rob a fucking bank to get money? I mean, Jesus
Like, hey, I
Christ.
need to
Is
see what
that
you
it?
look like for court, please, and thank you.
Like he was wearing quite literally the exact same attire.
We have pictures of him.
What
in
he's
the
wearing
bank.
right now?
No,
We
he
have.
was wearing-
Oh, sorry.
when we caught him, he was wearing the
Right.
exact same attire in the bank that he was wearing the exact same thing when he went and fucking blocked us off. There was
Yeah.
not a just lick of difference, and every witness said that he was wearing the exact same thing. But we didn't describe him enough and place him at the scene enough. The only way that we're ever gonna get a guilty charge on robbery is if we fucking catch them at 2 minutes after they rob. They stay in the same
did
car
we
every
catch
time.
this
and we
guy?
play him.
Question: Did we catch him with the mask on in the bus?
Yes.
No, I did ask that question.
Were there any pictures?
Did we get pictures of
taken-
him in the bank?
Yeah, was there no pictures of him taken inside the bank? Did
I
anybody
don't
do
know.
that?
I don't know because I couldn't take pictures because
There's none on that
I only
docket.
saw them when they came out.
Yeah, there's none on that
That you
docket.
were Scott, I think.
So they should
There's none
have.
on the docket because fucking apparently Sterling didn't add a lot of pictures. She didn't add a lot of the fucking evidence that we had.
Well,
That
if
was
there
when
were,
they when they
if
approached the bench.
if evidence was logged of him inside the bank with whatever outfit he had on, as well as
It
his
didn't
outfit
matter. He said
at
if
the
it's,
point
if
of his
it's not on the
arrest.
docket.
Hold on, I know that's what I'm saying. If it was in the docket, we need to figure that out so we can bring that up to Sterling. If it wasn't in the docket, then we need to make sure that when they are
It
processing
wasn't.
scenes, if it was not in the docket and not in the MDW report, then
He
we need to
didn't.
make
He
sure that
said
officers
he didn't. Listen.
listen. Hold on, no. I don't care about the court case. I'm saying if we go on a scene and they're not properly taking that pic, like they should be taking photos of the guys inside the bank, and then after we arrest them, taking photos of the outfits they're wearing in at the same time as well.
That
So we
wouldn't
have two
matter.
separate photos.
That
That
wouldn't
would
matter.
change this because that would have been in evidence. We could have been like, well,
Right.
this was the
It
outfit.
would have
this
been,
was-
but we had 4 different people describe his exact outfit pretty much to the T every single time, and he still didn't take it.
It's
I mean,
in-
granted,
it's in the
I
picture.
could have asked better questions. I just really wasn't.
Are the photos like I was saying? Are the photos of them inside the bank? Are they in the MDW?
And the MDW, but they're not.
But they were not
posted
on the
for
docket.
Discovery. Right.
Okay, so we need to bring that up next time. Make sure that the DA's office is cognizant that they always do include those type of photos as well.
Yeah.
Especially if half of our defense is going to be he was at the bank and he was at the secondary scene.
Right.
So we can at least ID him at the bank in a photo and at the scene of the arrest in the same exact outfit.
I mean, look, we got the obstruction. We can't win them all. I mean, I wouldn't beat ourselves up too much. It's obviously disheartening to lose, but I mean, it gives us something to work better on and strive. So
Should we bounce?
everyone has their jobs. Everyone's still fucking chilling.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean,
So
I don't care about that. I care
were
about the
ducking
fact
strays the whole
that
time
You know
anyway.
me.
this guy
I
that
was
was
what?
an absolute fucking piss baby.
This-
gets
that's
away with some
questionable,
shit.
very questionable.
Was he fucking
decision
wob
making.
wobbling in the cells?
Yeah,
Yes,
well,
he
I've-
cried
wait,
like
you
a
said I was
motherfucker.
ducking
This
strays?
fucking guy right here?
Yeah, from
Yeah.
the judge.
This fucking guy wobbling in the cells?
What do you mean I was?
He sure did.
Elaborate.
Oh,
Dory, you there?
Because the fucking who's the lawyer
Judge,
over there?
I want to talk to Judge.
Cortez.
Oh yeah, anything and everything Cortez objected to was so I can.
You can go.
It
I'll
seemed
meet
reasonable,
you
but
later.
anytime you objected to anything, it was so I can know.
All right, later, guys.
Hey, have a good one, sir. We'll catch you around.
Yeah, you wish.
Be sure not to
Yeah,
throw
we
punches
will.
at cops. You might get shot again.
Dumbass.
All right.
Can
I'm
you
gonna
talk
take
to
a
the
shit.
judge
What's up,
now?
Montoya? Is that a
I
threat?
said be sure not to throw punches at
Hey,
cops. You might get shot again.
leave. Just leave.
that a
Just
threat?
leave. Just leave.
Yeah.
Just leave.
Yeah.
Just
Don't
leave.
Are you
entertain him.
threatening
Don't
me to
entertain
shoot me? Is that what you're saying?
Just leave. No one's threatening you. Get out of here. Just go.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Keep on walking.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Can I talk to you for a second, if you don't mind?
What's up?
I just want to know. Suppose a cop actually have a personal vendetta against me, and he pulls me over. I mean, yeah, he pulled me over, and he's saying I was going 101, and I'm like, I wasn't going that much, wasn't speeding that much, and he's calling like whatever you want to call recklessly driving, but he doesn't have radar. He didn't clock me in on radar. Can he still win the case?
Well, no, if he doesn't have a radar proof that you were going that fast, I mean, there's nothing really for him to stand on. So that
Uh,
alone would probably dismiss the reckless or negligent driving claim.
Thing is, I think the judge was a corrupt judge then.
What was the docket?
The docket is State versus Christabella Shaw. My name is Christabella. And you can see there's no evidence. And the witness, other cops were the witnesses. And there was only one cop who knew nothing. Like he was sitting in his vehicle all the time. He didn't see anything, heard anything, nothing at all. But other cops who witnessed, they were not there. And judge just said, "Oh, I'm gonna continue this case." And the cop who was the arresting officer, he made sure whenever witnesses were there, witnesses were there before that day actually, there was one more court date and he didn't come, and he made a reason why he's not coming. I'm sure the reason was the reason was personal. I'm sure it was, sure that reason was correct. I'm not saying he actually made it up, because people don't make up something like that, what he said. So, but when he came in the court that day, judge didn't actually think about, oh, there's no witness, I'm not gonna wait. I'm just gonna hear this court case and get it done with. So that's what happened. And I was being charged for reckless driving, whereas this cop said I was driving 101 and he had no radar picture, nothing at all. He had no evidence. Witness wasn't there. The other cop who were the witnesses, they didn't agree with him. They said he did whatever he wanted to do. And not only that, but you can also see in the picture that he took my laptop and a lockpick in my personal vehicle. And that was totally personal vendetta. You can see that. And I don't know why. Judge didn't allow my lawyer to speak at all. And then that's why I just wanted to see if I can actually file a case against the judge or not, or can I actually appeal again for the same case? Because I don't think that was fair with me.
I think technically you had a good basis for an appeal. The issue is it has to be done within 7 days of the case.
But the case took place long time because I was gonna go on vacation. I went on vacation for at least 1 week, and then there was something wrong with the with my apartment and stuff. I couldn't actually I had to do something in my apartment and stuff. So I couldn't, like, case took very long time. I don't know how long it's been now.
So did the arresting officer ever show up to the case?
Yeah, he did show up, but the day he showed up, there was no other witnesses. And I'm not even asking a civilian witness. I'm asking cop witnesses, cops who were there, and they didn't agree with what he did. They were like, that was total BS. They arrest. I mean, the other officer actually was there before that day. There was one more day court actually took place, but the arresting officer wasn't there, so court didn't actually get in session. And the officer said himself that was total BS. You shouldn't have got arrested. It was totally like just a speeding ticket. And this person had personal vendetta. That's why he arrested me, searched my vehicle, and then took laptop and lockpick. Who takes laptop and lockpick? Like, trust me, I got arrested for attempted murder of an LEO, and I never lost a laptop for that
Yeah.
reason.
So no, and I see your path of argument, and I tend to agree with the direction it's going. Um. So the case was closed on the 24th. So you would need your lawyer to open up an appeal either tonight or at the latest tomorrow, and it would be pushing it because it has to be an appeal has to be made within 7 days of a decision.
So if I actually, you're a judge, you can't be one. Let me ask him, the person over there. I think he's a lawyer. Talk to him.
That's Paul. Yeah, you could try to ask him, but he's a conflict to that case.
Uh, I don't think there's a conflict. Hey, do you remember I called you about my case before?
You, I, to be honest, I get calls all the time of cases. I don't remember.
Okay. I called you for a case, but then you told me to ask for a lawyer in the docket because I didn't want to pay. The lawyer was good. It's just I don't know, the judge, and the I want to reopen my case. You want to talk to him?
When was that case?
Just, it'd have to be a different lawyer. There's a conflict for Mr. Castellano here that he would be able to represent you.
Yeah, I'm just trying to explain the statute of limitations really quick. Has nothing.
The
The
decision was made on the 24th, so I told her like 7 days for an appeal, so she'd have to make it either like pretty much tonight. But I'm sure the court could see an argument if an appeal was put in tomorrow by a
An
lawyer.
appeal has to
For
submit
the
within
fact,
48 hours. I'm pretty sure.
is it 40 hours? I thought it was 7 days post incident.
No, it's 48. Excuse me. Hello. Hello. Yeah, Montoya. What's
Yeah,
up?
actually, he's correct in that point. Yeah, it'd have to be 48 hours. So you're kind of past that appeal, so there's really nothing you could do at this point.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but if you ever feel like a decision is wrong against you or whatever, notify your lawyer that you want to make an appeal. And if your lawyer doesn't wish to do that, just state in the docket that
No,
you're seeking an appeal.
the thing is, my lawyer did
Okay.
everything
Yeah,
he
it was just weird
can.
that
Judge didn't allow him to speak at all about things that he wanted to speak, and then witnesses weren't there, even though judge wanted to continue. Like today,
Okay.
I
All right.
saw
No
your
worries.
case.
Thank you.
I saw like everyone was there, no matter what. And I also heard that you also charge people if they are not there. And I'm like, that is good because then cops will be there. Everyone will be there. Now this cop actually found a loophole. He wasn't there when every witness was there. And now when every witness is like no one responded, he knew no one gonna be there. So he came. Like he found a loophole and judge just listened to him, even though there's no evidence, he just threw my case.
I got you on unfortunately, like I wasn't there, so I can't speak on it. I don't really have all the factors. All I can do is just tell you in the future, if something like that happens, you need to have your lawyer request an appeal within 48 hours, and that way, basically, what'll happen is it'll go before either another judge or the top three judges will look it over together and come to a collective decision. In that case, uh, in such a manner that such that happened, it would have been more than likely that a judge would have had a hearing with yourself and a lawyer and saw about potentially reopening the case.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You as well.
Someone locked the door. Can you open it, please?
Oh, yeah, I got you. Sorry. There you go.
Wait, why am I going up? I should be going down. Can I be going down? I should be. Maybe I did go down. Oh yeah, I should be going down for sure. Hello. Anyone there? Not. Oh.